Welcome to the kitchen, everybody, where I'm putting together a delicious pork schnitzel, starting off with some good old German pan-fried potatoes. I don't know, maybe I grew up German because we would have these all the time. I've diced up some russet potatoes, of which I parboiled until they were al dente, drained them, put them into a pan with some oil. That's just enough to lightly coat the bottom of the pan, season the potatoes, and then fry them up in that pan until they are golden, delicious, and brown, just like that. And so now what I also have prepared already is just some German-style coleslaw. The German-style coleslaw is a vinaigrette dressing. It's not a mayonnaise dressing. And so you may make German-style coleslaw all the time at home. Now, I did use a balsamic vinegar, but in the recipe, I have said red wine vinegar, which I thought I had here in the kitchen, but I don't, so I just used the balsamic vinegar, which is fine. But I would prefer probably a red wine vinegar on there, but you decide what you'd like at home. When I buy meat like this, I generally will buy a large roast. And I've talked about this before. This is a bone-in pork shoulder, but then when I get down to the bone portion, I'll cook it as a roast, but I have thinly sliced some of the pork here. A lot of times they will actually tell you to pound the pork there, so it's nice and thin, but I just cut it thin, and so that's why I like to use pork or a big roast, because I can do steaks, I can do roasts, I can grind them into hamburger, whatever I choose. I think they're more versatile. So once you get that all done, season them with a little bit of seasoning. You're gonna dredge them in some flour. You're gonna then dip them in some egg and then some breadcrumbs, just like that. And then these are actually gonna go into a deep fryer and actually just fry them up. You can do them in a fry pan if you so choose. That is fine also. Just make sure there's enough oil in there so that they actually deep fry rather than just pan fry. So you get a nice crispy exterior. So I'll get the rest of these all breaded and cooked up and fried off so that we come back, we can put it all together. It's a really simple and delicious dinner idea for a snowy day.
Perfect.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Chef Bryan.
It smells amazing in the kitchen, guys.
Yeah, I went back in the kitchen during the break and he kicked me out.
Yeah, I did kick it. I said, you better be a little more excited about my pork schnitzel, Ron Bird. Otherwise, you know, no lunch for you.
Okay, I'll be nice.
Oh, thank you. All right, guys, let's finish it up. So the reason I decided to actually pan fry them is I didn't want all those breadcrumbs, the loose ones, to come off into my deep fryer. So it's just one of those convenient things. And so I wanted to show you, if you don't have a deep fryer, you can absolutely pan fry them, just like I'm doing, till they're nice and golden brown. It doesn't take long for them to cook all the way through because they're thinly sliced and everything. And my cute friend Anna's here watching us in the kitchen. I just want to say, see how easy that was to lift out of there? If you're sticking, things are sticking in there, go ahead and use a non-stick pan. That's really very easy and convenient, I'm just saying. Costco's got great non-stick pans if you're looking for an inexpensive one. All right, so now I'm serving up some of the coleslaw on the side here. And this is what I remember when I was in Austria. Oh, this is so good. I would have this schnitzel, and then I would have apple strudel for dessert, and I would have a bottle of Coke, and then I'd always say, can I have some ice with that? And they'd always look at me like, are you crazy? You crazy Americans, what's wrong with you? So let's go ahead and put this schnitzel, pork schnitzel, right on the side there. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to serve this up with some sliced up tomatoes for some beautiful color on the plate, as well as a lemon wedge on there that you can squeeze over the schnitzel itself to make it that much more delicious. And then while I was at Smith's today, I found these like little pretzel bites, and I thought, how fun is this? This will be so good. Now if I can get them open. How fun is this to serve with our German schnitzel here? Some pretzels, which I'll call them some German pretzel rolls. How's that, guys? A delicious schnitzel idea for dinner. You can head on over to KUTV.com. You can also go to cookingwithchefbryan.com for the recipe. Enjoy some delicious German-esque style food for dinner tonight.
I like that. Being resourceful.
Yes, right.